Fish blow if you want, back your corner.
Will this be the bad lad finish of the night? That's Meltan. That's Eric Kelly.
Right,
and that's F Ting. Our main event of the evening, brought to you by Tune Talk. More than just a prepaid.
Ting immediately jumps out with a nice head kick.
Big right hand from both men. Kelly landed the first one. Ting came right back. The single leg takedown from Kelly means business. He's got Ting's back.
This is exactly where Kelly has finished a lot of his fights before. Once he kind of just sneaks around the back there, Ting was able to fight that off nicely.
Listen to the crowd as Ting gets on top and throws a few right hands. Oh, the knee to the head, that was so heavy. You can bet that Kelly will get up from that, though. He's a tough guy.
You can never count Eric Kelly out. He's used to taking big shots, and that was a massive knee.
Such a brutal blow, that, the knee to the head always.
Ting's now got the back, but he slides off the top.
Whoa, F Ting says, here we are. This is my patch, come and get me.
Ting's keeping his hands low, really showing a lot of confidence in there as Kelly sticks out that jab. Ting just drops his head and just starts swinging.
Another knee from Ting, and he missed with that one like a ghost. Kelly just got out the way, and Ting's right hand smashed into the cage wall.
And they just immediately just walk right back to the center of the cage to let those hands go.
They're throwing punches at the same time, Mitch, and occasionally they're both missing. Don't blink. Oh, big right hand from F Ting. There's some heavy punches being thrown here. Knockout power for sure.
Ting is showing intense pressure. He's consistently coming forward. Eric Kelly's not used to moving backwards like this. He's the one usually dictating the pace.
We've been talking about finish of the night. Looks like it really could come from this contest. The way these right hands are being thrown. Tremendous power from both men.
You can see the welt just building up over the left side of Eric Kelly's eye.
Could have been from the knee, could have been from the right hand. Big high kick from F Ting, blocked.
Look at that, Ting just stopped, marches right back to the center of the cage, takes immediate command, control.
Huge overhand right from Kelly that missed. Just waiting for one of those to land.
Really demonstrating good cage control here. He slips on the head kick.
Kelly did take the invitation to go down. Sometimes on a slip you don't want to.
Eric Kelly's got a possible arm-in guillotine here, but he chooses to let it go.
That little welt you talked about to the left of Kelly's left eye is just swelling above the eye as well. Nothing too damaging at the moment. What you don't want, or what he doesn't want, is for his eye to close.
Ting is just really pushing forward, you know, really controlling the cage. Got Kelly up against the side here. He picks him up, possible takedown, puts him down onto the mat. He's in side control now.
Short elbows here. Keep that position. Keep that position.
Interesting how he actually kind of moves back into the guard. He didn't really choose to move to the side there to actually get a better control. He actually wanted to actually force the legs down across Kelly.
Oh,
Axe
big
kick.
heel.
No full stomp to the head, no full stomp to the head.
Stomped to the head of a downed opponent is illegal. Rich Franklin, I think he got a warning there from Olivier Coste. Did that look like an illegal blow?
Well, I'm not sure that it actually landed to the head, but he got a warning. If it didn't land to the head, he got a warning from Olivier saying, like, hey, don't forget that stomps to the head are illegal and axe kicks to the head are considered stomps.
Meanwhile, it's punches to the head, and this crowd really getting behind their man, F Ting, who's got Eric Kelly's back now. Not doing much with it, just sitting on him, but swinging in big, wide punches. 45 seconds left of this opening round, and it's been a cracker.
Nice movement shown by F Ting. He's really putting on a nice pace. Eric Kelly rather, can't really seem to keep up with the movement of F Ting. He's able to dominate a lot of the scrambles and end up in better positions than Kelly.
Kelly bringing his left knee up there to the rib cage of F Ting. Ting's composure and confidence, I would almost say cockiness, very impressive. I didn't quite think we'd see that. Look at that, wide-eyed, takes a big deep breath. Ting, 10 seconds left in this round. Left hand, right hand from Ting. A kick comes in and another right. Opens the eyes of the judges in the final few moments of that round. Don't forget, we're scoring the contest in its entirety, and I can't wait to see how Rich sees this. What an action-packed first 5 minutes, Mitch.
Yeah, there was that big knee that landed on Eric Kelly. There's a nice little throw. Eric Kelly kind of defends well, gives up his back, and then Ting just starts to unload. It just looks like Ting is operating at a higher gear than Eric Kelly for at least round one. Here's that awkward position you were speaking of, Steve, how Eric Kelly just slid out the back. But Rich, what do you have so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, you could look at the graphic. I'm not sure that the fans at home need an explanation on this one. Great performance by Ting here. Both these guys a little aggressive. Ev is a bit more aggressive than him, but you can see he's winning the takedown category. He's scored several takedowns. I like his ground control because on the ground, he's willing to just stand up and throw a kick and let his opponent up if he wants to. But he's definitely outscoring on the stand-up battle, and he's mounting up some damage. You can see it in Kelly's face. And so at this point in time, he's running away with the scorecards.
Very clear from Rich's scorecard that Ting's in front, but if there's one thing we've seen before from Eric Kelly, is that he can come back from a near disastrous position. Do not discount this man. You do so at your peril.
Ting has really gone back to his training camp. He's really seen a lot of improvement. We're seeing a different sort of level come out of Ting. You know, he's moving forward, he's switching stances. He's definitely evolving here, and he's just kind of putting on an extra pace.
I don't know a man who paces himself quite as well as Eric Kelly, though. Whether it's done in a purposeful way or whether it's just incredible tenacity at the end of the fight that allows him to find that energy, that drive from within. That's what he does. That's what he's become famous for. And Ting has to watch from that all the way through to the end of this fight.
Ting just pretty much out-muscled Eric Kelly as he just kind of dragged him to the mat right there. Here he's got his back now.
And as we've seen before, Kelly works very hard when someone's on his back. He'll throw elbows, he'll throw up punches.
Yeah, and both these fighters, Steve, are actually at a higher weight division than they normally are. Both these fighters are used to fighting in the featherweight division. This fight is a little higher in the lightweight division. And Ting landing some shots there.
Eric not to hit the back of the head. We've discussed that before. Rich has advised us that that spot between the ears and the back of the head is an illegal area to land punches. Sometimes it's done unintentionally.
That step-in knee of Ting is very effective as Kelly lands a headlock takedown. But he also gives up his back. That's the danger of that headlock takedown. Ting now controlling the back of Kelly.
Eric Kelly, who once won $50,000 for Warrior of the Night.
Yeah, and those are some of the elbows that you were speaking about earlier when he faced Tanaka previously. He likes to spin around and throw those elbows when his opponent has his back.
He's worked as a taxi driver in Manila, a bodyguard as well, Eric Kelly.
Yeah, Eric Kelly's had a hard life, and he believes it prepares him for every minute inside the cage here because he's used to taking punishment. He's used to living a hard life, and now he's got a possible guillotine sunk in. Ting lets it go, and Eric Kelly's now on top.
Just for a second there, Ting threw his head back to the canvas and took a deep breath. We saw him do that towards the end of the first round as well. 2 minutes and 10 left in this second round.
See, that's smart, you know, when you get the opportunity, relax, take a big deep breath in, compose yourself, and then start working again. That's good cage experience shown by Ting.
Remember how well he paces himself, Kelly. Just over the halfway mark in this bout. Ting, is he starting to show the first signs of tiring? That'll be trouble for him, believe you me, against this man.
I've studied Eric Kelly a lot, and in ways he likes to start very fast, but also as the fight goes on, he gets stronger. He likes to push. He doesn't mind the fatigue. He actually embraces the grind and continues to push forward.
Right on his back. Now, what will he look to do? Perhaps with the arm around the throat.
He's a little bit high, and you can see that the right leg, at least from our vantage point, is not really in an advantageous position.
Trying to crank that head, but F-Ting's got his left arm in.
See,
not any progress.
Now he's got both legs inside F-Ting's legs to where he has both hooks in, and this is a possible rear naked choke.
Not underneath
specialty submission.
F-Ting's chin is down. It's not underneath that chin yet, and he's grappling hard, F-Ting, to get those arms away, and he's managed it for now. Kelly has another attempt, this time with a right hand. And again, F-Ting neutralizes it. Directly above us at cage side.
He's fighting it in. It looked like F-Ting researched the success that Eric Kelly has had with the rear naked choke, and he's defending it quite well. Nice, he controlled that arm, spun around, now he's in the top position.
The crowd here really roaring as F-Ting throws a few more punches in to lend some sparkle to this round, which really didn't need it. Loving the performance of F-Ting here at cage side. Stadium Negara packed with Malaysians, and they desperately want this man to win. But 10 minutes into this 15-minute contest, and we have a real battle on our hands. Dare I suggest that the next 5 minutes will be the most significant.
Eric Kelly was a bit slow to get up, and you can see why. F-Ting just putting it on him. Nice takedown attempt there. He goes into the headlock takedown, but he also gave up his back in that particular takedown. As we go to the round, as it finishes, how does Rich have it so far?
Well, let me just say this for starters. Eric Kelly can still win this fight. F-Ting has furthered his lead, but he can still win the fight. He just has to make some big changes in the third round in order to do that. One of the things that's most impressive to me is the ground control that F-Ting is displaying. About 4 minutes into that round, or with 4 minutes left in the round, he went from the back. He went for that guillotine choke or whatever over the back, and he didn't even have it locked in. He was just comfortable enough knowing, like, if I don't get this choke, I may end up on my back, but I'll be able to get up. Striking superiority, he's doing more damage, and F-Ting is just running away with this fight right now.
Round 3 then. F-Ting is running away with this fight. Those are the words of Rich Franklin, and he really is, isn't he?
Standing in the middle of the ring, telling Eric Kelly to hurry up and get it on. Eric Kelly was a bit slow to get off the stool. He's looking a little bit worse for wear as we're getting ready to get the third round and the 11th minute of this fight started.
We've seen a variety of devastating finishes from F-Ting, but this is by far his biggest performance, particularly when you consider the level of his opponent.
You've got to wonder if F-Ting smells blood in the water and he is just searching for one of those explosive knockouts.
A transitional moment in F-Ting's career could possibly happen now in the next 5 minutes. This would be a huge win for them. A long way to go. 4.5 minutes left.
Rich Franklin said that Eric Kelly is still in this fight and there's a possibility of a victory coming his way. Rich, what does he have to do to possibly win this fight?
Well, I'll tell you, we're assuming that he doesn't finish the fight with a knockout or a submission, and if this were to go to a decision, he would really have to do some major damage on the feet here to F-Ting, to the point where the fight maybe was almost stopped or something like that in order to get a decision.
Nice little technique as F-Ting defended that. He used the hip pressure to slide into the top position, momentarily ended up on mount, and now as Eric Kelly's kind of grinding for the takedown, F-Ting's landing some nice shots, doing more damage to Eric Kelly.
The sheer self-confidence of F-Ting coming into this from the very beginning all the way through. He knows he's capable of winning this. In his own mind, this is his fight. Nothing's changed.
There's that defense again. Eric Kelly's trying to suck the leg in, but he's also helping himself end up on top. Rather, F-Ting end up on top by just kind of securing the mount. They're continuing to grapple and move.
Got to avoid those elbows and punches to the back of the head. Not easy to do given Eric Kelly's position there, but he'll have to watch himself.
Ev Ting's possibly trying to jump into a guillotine here. He's got the arm on the outside. Eric Kelly's kind of fighting.
And he's tapped, he's tapped. He has done it in front of his home fans. Ev Ting has just pulled out the performance of his career. And he did it via submission. Eric Kelly, one of the most durable fighters contracted to one championship, has fallen to this man. I think he just said, "I love you, Mum." There's a lot of Malaysians here that love him too. On their feet, the crowd here behind us, ahead of us, all around, because they've just finished the night with a big, big Malaysian victory. This is a giant stepping stone for Ev Ting. Managed to pull Kelly down with that guillotine move, contorting the Filipino's body. And there's the tap. And if we're talking about bad lad finishes of the night, that surely has to go into the #1 spot. Big contender for finish of the night. The New Zealand-based Malaysian has just delighted the fans here at Cateside. What a way to end our Clash of Heroes evening here at Stadium Negara. Here's Anthony.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Olivier Coste calls a halt to this battle at 1 minute, 58 seconds of round number 3. For your winner, by submission, via mounted guillotine, Ev E.T. Ting!